Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back again to the Star Ladder I-League Star Series. Actually, excuse me, not Star Series. It's the Invitational Qualifiers European Edition. I'm Lyrical, going to be joined as well by the wonderful, the great, the man himself, Aosin Doda. How you doing? You excited for this one?
Yeah, it's been quite a while since I've last casted, and it's Europe. Not to boot. Like I haven't seen anything outside of Southeast Asia.
It's Southeast Asia. It's great, but we're here in the home of the run at you. It's the CIS region, and I mean these are some great teams too. Team Empire just recently got back from DAC, did a great job of it, and we also have the ex-friends Comanche who have not had the greatest success, and we just saw a little bit of news that came out today. Also, Seneko is going back to Navi, I believe, and so because of that, we have a stand-in Fervian who's going to be here from Comanche. I think that's what that was, at least. Let me double check and make sure that I'm not just misspeaking and ruining my career. But yeah, Aosin, what do you think so far about the draft?
Well, you were talking about the run at you strategy, and I can tell you so far, you know, from watching the Southeast Asian region, I have never seen a Spirit Breaker and Beastmaster in that region.
Yeah, they are. They're doing it. I don't know if this was something that they picked up in their experience in China, or if it's just something that they're liking themselves. But Spirit Breaker Beastmaster, what's your thought behind this? How does this work out?
I mean, I really like these picks because Comanche, if you look at their heroes, this is so team fight heavy. But when you have Spirit Breaker and Beastmaster, as well as the Life Stealer, there's a lot of openings that you can find yourselves in to engage in these team fights. And you know, if you get the kind of start that you're looking for, such as picking off the Slardar or Darkseer or even Warlock, especially Warlock, then it's like a fight you can actually take. And if you don't, then you can go split push, go hide, avoid ganks because you have a Beastmaster.
Yeah. You know, I'm almost wondering if maybe they were thinking about taking the Tinker for themselves there. There could have been an opportunity for it since they had banned out the Terrorblade already. Or excuse me, that wouldn't have made sense. But they could have just still taken the Tinker regardless. It felt like that might have been a decent hero with like the Beastmaster, some natural synergy there. But does revealing this Tinker this early cause some issues? Like, I feel as if Spirit Breaker can kind of run at him if there's a strong mid hero picked for Empire hero. Oh, by the way, I need to switch these over because it's showing the wrong side. And there we go.
I think even so, they definitely have something in mind with this Tinker. I mean, just Warlock and Tinker alone is already a very big combo. If you look at the entire draft, it's just a huge amount of AoE right now. So right now they're probably not as focused on lanes. They're definitely going to do something to prevent the Tinker from dying, but their biggest focus right now is just to have the unlosable team fight.
Okay. All right. Yeah, and I mean, you talk about it. You've got Slardar Crush with the Darkseer, Warlock ulti, and it has been a very team fight centric meta. Like the pick off and try and sort of, unless you come away with like a huge laning stage advantage, it's kind of rough to win a game without constantly winning team fights. Storm Spirit Band makes a lot of sense there as well. Carries that are left, not a lot that look great.
5 seconds remaining.
They do need something to do physical damage with, since you do have the Slardar, and you do want to beat the Life Stealer as well. I don't know if Ursa is the best choice, but it would be okay in my opinion.
I was wondering if they were going to run the Chappie.
Right.
This is the Chappie hero who's not on Chappie this time around. Comanche taking it away from him. So that versus Life Stealer could be a little bit rough if you get into an MKB later for Life Stealer. Although I'm not sure if he really wants to build that anyways.
10 seconds.
You might be able to deal with PA from the mid lane, perhaps.
Okay.
5 seconds.
You want something that can lane against Tinker, but also purchase items towards dealing with Phantom Assassin.
Reserve time.
I don't know how reliable something like a Shadow Fiend would be. It just really depends on whether or not they want to fight into this this team fight lineup or just go for pickoffs instead.
Okay. Well, we'll see what they end up going for. Last pick, it's going to be the Lina. So it does deal pretty well This is a hero that I think you'd much rather build. I guess you could go into Bloodthorn later instead as another opportunity. But
Silver Edge is totally viable.
Oh yeah, totally.
A lot of people go, Bloodstone into Yule's Shadowblade, or I've even seen Bloodstone Shadowblade, Aghanim Scepter. But if you're already going for the Shadowblade, you might as well finish the Silver Edge.
Yeah. All right. Well, we are getting ready to hop into this game number 1, and we'll switch over real quickly to the correct HUD, and you guys can see that it is Comanche facing off against Team Empire. I kind of feel like Comanche's draft is just easier to execute. You drop down a golem, you throw around a couple of vacuums, you just kill people.
I definitely agree with you there, but after seeing Team Empire at DAC,
yeah,
I am very confident in their ability to pull off a draft like this. Just a very aggressive lineup.
All right, well, we'll see how it ends up working out as we are... Oh, I always forget the strategy time. My timing is so off on these things. But we're going to get the little screen now. We'll hop into this game. Yeah, and I think that coming into this, too, you saw the bets that were up on the screen before. It was like a 4-1 favor into the favor of Team Empire, and obviously bets aren't everything, but it is somewhat indicative of the way that this game is likely to go. But this is a draft that if Empire come out at the head in the laning phase, Comanche is always going to be able to fight against it. They're always going to be able to take a solid high ground defense fight.
Yeah, I think we're in for the long run this game. Unless Team Empire just snowballs out of control, this game will definitely go the distance.
Well, with that, I am going to drink some coffee, because I got some coffee. It's early morning for us over on the west coast of the U.S. I know that it's, I think, 1700 CEST right now, so getting a little bit into the afternoon over there. Wherever you are all over the world, welcome. I hope that you guys have been enjoying the solid action that we've been having so far for this. There's already been one whole round, the round of 12 in these qualifiers, where Digital Company, Cyber Anji, Pro Dota Gaming, as well as Penta Sports were all eliminated. So now we're into that second round, and it looks like the other games that we're going to be seeing throughout today, Vega versus Elements Pro Gaming, and then Cloud9 versus Team Spirit, and Navi versus Effect. Those take place tomorrow. So more hype matches coming up in this. I guess there's only been so far 2 qualifiers announced for this tournament, with 2 direct invites. So right now 4 of the teams are in the know as to what they're going to be, but we don't know what's going to happen with the other ones. Is that all chatting going on? FN?
Oh. Like 1 second into the game, good game call. Bold strategy.
Yeah, that would be something, wouldn't it? FN is a player that's known to tilt, not going to lie. But he had some great games at DAC.
Indeed, he did. Good thing this isn't like the old patch. I think if you called GG while the game was paused, there was no way to cancel it. Would have just ended the game.
No, definitely. Yeah, that would have been sad. Oh my god, I accidentally clicked on the Shepkeeper. He looks great. Look at this guy. I love how they have these pendants up here that are actually correct and they're not bugged out anymore. It makes the game look so much cooler. You know what I mean?
Wait, what are you talking about?
Look at the Shopkeeper on the Team Empire side. Like, it looks like a very lived-in spot, this little fountain here. You know what I mean?
Oh, I see.
If you go, you have to go into showcase view. You can't see it right now on stream because we're 5 minutes delayed, and hopefully the pause doesn't last that long, but that's pretty neat. And then the Aegis, Wings Gaming, RIP.
Team Random.
I know. You know, I tweeted about it earlier, but I think the thing I'm most sad about in this entire debacle is that we've lost one of the best chants in esports, I feel like.
And what would that be?
The Wings chant, you know? The
What-
Wings, Wings! Or just a bunch of people are just screaming it in Key Arena.
I was at the Key Arena. I don't even... Well, I'm not much of a chancer, but I don't even remember.
You don't remember the wings chants?
I mean, like I said, I'm not a chancer.
The hell? Dude, they're great.
This was a thing?
You don't remember the wings chants? Are you kidding me? They were amazing.
If you say so. Well,
Dude,
unfortunately, it's now going to be random, 2 syllables.
Random. You got to change the intonation of it because it was wings. My voice is slightly cracking right now. I can't really do it that well.
But that's only 1 syllable. You can't even do it for random.
I know. Well, that's why it's random. Which doesn't have that same... I know. It's worse. It's way worse. I got to show you that wings chant later. They're amazing. But waiting to get this one started. Anything else to really talk about here? This is Yaroslav Naden is Maposhka, as far as I'm aware. It should be, at least.
I'm just curious as to how this Spirit Breaker is going to be run.
Yeah. Well, it is King R that's playing it, and he tends to be the playmaker. And I'm kind of interested also to see, like, where it is that he's going to be going to. Like, do you focus your attention mid onto Tinker? Do you just try and, like, go aggressive and maybe run with the Beastmaster and start getting your bashes going early?
I think that actually would be the best option for them.
Okay.
Because if you look at the Dire Side's lineup, it's not exactly the strongest safe lane. If it's just a PA and a Warlock, you can definitely pressure it. But if they decide to tri-lane it, then Darkseer on his own is not exactly that great, especially against the CM and the Lifestealer.
Yeah.
So I think the Spirit Breaker has a lot of pull in, determining where these supports are going to be.
Uh-oh. I don't know what's going on. His internet probably Poxido Nishlo ni Skalza. If anybody wants to translate that in chat, we'd much appreciate it.
Just said his internet's down, we're restarting.
Do you speak Russian?
No, I'm guessing.
Okay. Dude, you're so good.
I mean, it was convincing, right?
Yeah, no, it does. You just spoke it with that authoritative stance of a person who's dealt with many pauses. Were there many pauses when you were playing over in the Korean area? I know that the servers there can sometimes be a little bit inhospitable.
It wasn't really the connection. It's just you can't go through a game without a pause. It's just a hidden, it's like a secret rule that everyone has. You just have to pause for like 5 seconds to start because someone out of the 10 people is gonna have a loading in issue or some other kind of issue or forgot to use the bathroom.
Do you think that's what's going on right here? Yeah,
maybe.
Okay.
He's just like, guys, I gotta use the bathroom. Let's just pretend like the internet's down. So he's gonna disconnect and then run to the bathroom.
Poor Magical. Gotta use the bathroom. What a guy.
Or maybe he's hungry and he needs to make food. Pause the game, make something to eat.
Yeah, I did that right before we started too. I made a bunch of bacon. I haven't eaten it yet though. So I just have to smell bacon while we wait for this game to get started.
You made bacon and you haven't eaten it.
I know. Isn't that such a sad story?
Yeah, I think so.
It would have been great. Let me just make sure. Yeah, I didn't leave the overlay on. We're all good there. That's kind of a tough thing. I guess also when you're playing Tinker, if you don't have the best connection, that's kind of awful also. Like, this is a hero that the game kind of rides or dies on you a little bit.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's not, I wouldn't say as crazy as Puck.
Right.
Puck is the LAN hero. That hero is so different with better connection.
Yeah. And I remember hearing a couple of things pro players complaining about dropped inputs and stuff. I think that a lot of those things have been fixed, but I'm still running into a couple of issues with that every now and then. Have you noticed any of that when you've been playing?
I'm gonna say that I don't really notice it, simply because a lot of I don't really play any of the heroes that are too intensive with, you know, the button pressing. Like I've tried playing Tinker. I'm very terrible at it. I just am not good at hitting like 14 buttons in 1 second.
Yeah, no, it's tough. I'm not either. I don't think anybody really is, but it's sort of a tough one too, because like I guess it's kind of easy mode in this game because you have Warlock ulti that can save you. You're probably going to have a Greaves on Darkseer at a decent timing. And so there's a lot of like tools that will keep Magical alive, I would imagine. Like Force Staff's also on Yol. You might get one on the Darkseer eventually too. So there's ways to play around it, but certainly if Spiritbreaker gets on top of them, it's maybe going to be a bit tough for Magical.
He's just gonna have to itemize defensively this game. I feel like I don't think he really needs to like itemize super offensively. You know, the normal blink into Ags and Aether Lens. I think you can make it by going something like Yule's early on, because it's probably the best way you can deal with a Spirit Breaker.
Okay.
And then after that, you go for the offensive items, but definitely just prioritize your ability to survive first. You're gonna have enough damage in team fights with this kind of lineup.
Yeah, they've got a hell of a lot of it. And it's interesting too, because I wonder if maybe you could even think about going for like an early point in upheaval or something. A couple of them maybe, since you've got 3 melee heroes. Yeah, since you have 3 melee heroes, it might end up being pretty value. What do you think about early points in upheaval over either Shadow Word or Fatal Bonds? Is it ever worth it, really?
I think there are cases for it, but I don't know how I feel about like maxing it. Maybe like you said, value points. You kind of distribute your points a little bit more, but I wouldn't say maxing it. I feel like 2 points, 3 points, maybe even not 3. Maybe like just 2 is enough to make it hell for the melees on Team Vampire.
Yeah. Obviously, no piercing spell immunity. You can get up to the 84% slow, but if you get that onto like Lifestealer after he's done through his rage, or I mean, even honestly, Spirit Breaker can cause some issues as long as he's not able to charge out of there. Could be quite strong. And then that just allows Tinker to go to town. We saw a couple instances of early points in upheaval being quite strong. I think that it was a DAC. I'm not quite sure. Let's hear what FN has to say, if he's got any thoughts or feelings about his life. I like that he's talking in English. That's a courtesy.
Oh, yeah, that's nice. It almost makes me want to like all chat and respond to him, you know. I just want to say like it's going good. How about you? But gonna have to refrain.
Do you ever watch The Office?
Every now and then. Unfortunately, I've never really had took the time to just sit down and watch through all of them. I just like,
yeah.
My brother watches it, and like watch bits and pieces of it with him.
Yeah, I think that well, because you know you said something there which kind of reminded me of it, with it's just the like, you know, you ask somebody, does it smell like up dog in here, and then somebody says, what's up dog, and you say nothing, what's up with you. That's what that reminded me of, that little interaction. That was a quote from The Office, so I just thought I'd throw that out there for anybody who hadn't seen it. Value show, it's good stuff.
That reminds me of my favorite scene that I got to watch from it was the April Fool's scene. Do you know which one I'm talking about?
I don't know if I do. Refresh my memory.
It's the one where Jim pranks Dwight and basically pretends to be an Asian guy.
Oh yeah, God, that was amazing.
Yeah, I passed. Someone like posted the clip of it on April Fool's, like reminding everyone that it was the best April Fool's prank, and it was just, you know, you reminded me of that now.
It's so good. Yeah. Did you have any good April Fool's jokes when it came around? Everybody did like stupid things on Twitter, but it was great. Did you have anything done to you?
Not at all. I avoided everything on April Fools.
Okay.
Trust no one. Yeah.
I had one of my favorite ones when I was in college. I lived in a house where it was me, 6 guys, and my wife, and we all lived in one house together. And so me and my wife, we were, obviously just dating at the time, but we went around and we got a big sheet of plastic, and we covered like the front of everybody's doors with it, and then filled it with balloons. So basically what happened was, as soon as they opened their door, the like balloons shot into their faces. It was great.
How did they feel about it?
They weren't very happy. They were not very happy. All right, folks,
like
we got a remake. So we're going to hop back into this one. I'm going to bring back up the overlay screen, and myself and Ailson will be back in a second. See you guys then. Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back. The game's getting started. We're in it already. Hello and welcome. We're here. The game is happening. Oh, man. Jesus, that was close. We almost missed first blood. Not really, but Aosin, we've returned. There was a little break. We had a short pause. It looks like Tinker has come back. He did not rage quit from having to play Tinker. And we're doing it. We've already talked a lot about our thoughts about the game. Early wards going down. It does look like Spirit Breaker is going to block. Do you expect him to just go like straight up there and help out the Beastmaster though?
Yeah, I think it's either going to be that or he'll just sit mid and try to zone out the Tinker.
Okay.
So we'll just have to see.
I like this ward placement over here by Comanche as well, up on the off lane. It gives pretty good vision of the lane, unlikely to be dewarded as well. Yola's going to get the block on. Yeah.
I think both of their wards are pretty interesting, a little off the the usual placements.
Mm-hmm. Feels like prioritizing having some vision at the very least over no vision at all, which obviously is a great value way to do it. Poor man's shield picked up for Ghostic, so he can go in and try and contest this lane pretty consistently. And it looks like we're just going to be off to the races. Slarder, in the meantime, is going to be coming back up here to wrap around. So they're going to go now onto King R. Needs to be a little bit careful. He doesn't have charge. He's skilled bash first, but Yol not able to get into range to go for the crush.
Yeah, and this is perfectly fine for them. I think this is very beneficial for them to be able to pull the Slargar away from the off lane.
Oh. It's a strong lane. And of course, you know, as you get more points into Inner Beast too, you get the value with bashes being at a greater instance as you level that up. Love to see it. Oh, there's one. Get owned.
So it's pretty interesting to see Crystal Maiden not picking up Frostbite at the first level and goes for Crystal Nova first. I'm very curious about this skill choice at level 1.
Yeah. Not great, because that means that you don't have any real spammability out of the rest of your heroes. The aura is amazing. Mag might end up dying because of it, but, well, able to just surge away. And this is the problem. Like, he has a shrine and he has a salve with clarity. It feels unlikely to, like, find a kill here, I would think. Or I guess the idea is CM's just going to keep on harassing and then eventually get level 2.
Fortune.
Yeah.
Mine.
Double damage.
In mid, magical, gonna get dove upon slightly. FN in range. He needs another one. They're gonna dive for this. Got so much survivability. Magical barely alive. Turns now, tries to kill off King R. Won't end up buying it, but they get FN instead. Oh man, and this is a guy who has been known to get upset from time to time, as now Yol is gonna try to chase down King R. Crush is not quite there. The charge comes out in time. Yol continuing to chase. CIS Dota at his finest. They've got Mag here as well, and Iron Shell laid on top of him. Crush is there. They find the kill. 2 quick ones going to the favor of Comanche.
I feel like Frostbite would have been really nice here.
Yeah. And I'm curious if he goes back for it at this point. Like, in some ways, you almost need to keep your jungling going. Yeah, and he's going to go back for the Frostbite now. Unfortunately, not enough mana for both of them, so they can't find a kill onto Mag. They will charge up onto Fervian here, deal some extra damage, get a bash to boot. He has his heals going, but they're going to keep running at him, and Fervian is going to fall.
Well, so far, very good responses from Comanche, but it's only just the beginning.
Just keeps on going at him, hitting Arc over and over again. I like the Orb of Venom pickup too. It becomes a little bit higher damage now as well. 15 magical. It's not great, but it's not terrible if he just keeps on getting those right clicks off.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I think it's better than it looks, honestly.
Yeah. So, I guess the big winner in all of this is going to be Chappie so far. 25 last hits in this bottom lane. He does have several different avenues. Like the Spirit Breaker Lifestealer combination is quite strong. As Yol is getting charged, but should not go down here, I don't imagine. Got King R. They're really going for this. Yeah, I'll call it off. So, early laning phase, it's been pretty back and forth. What's your read on the state of the game as far as the lanes are concerned?
Oh, did you see that stun from Yol?
No, I did not. Oh god, I missed it.
It's okay. It's okay. I mean, nothing really came out of it, but that was still really impressive. He basically stunned King R the moment he charged and canceled it.
Oh man.
He just immediately TP'd out, but that was still pretty cool.
I'm glad that I missed it. But yeah, I mean, Spirit Breaker seems to just be kind of flowing around the map wherever now.
Oh, mid. Charge comes through.
Light Strike Array connects on a magical. Another good stun coming out from Yol is going to keep FN from diving any further. They might be able to find a kill here. King R does have another charge up in a second. Losing vision. Dropping the ward. He got him. All right, that was a sick play there by King R. That was really good.
That was awesome.
All right, you liking CIS Dota so far? How you feeling? This is pretty good stuff.
Yeah, this is more kills in like what 5 minutes than I'd see in C, and he's going again.
Yeah,
I mean, this is just the nature of Spirit Breaker. They just don't stop.
Keep going at him. They do have Fatal Bonds onto both of these heroes. Yol comes in, another two-person crush with the Fatal Bond, sharing damage. Arc low on mana. We'll have another dagger in 4 seconds, but the charge away. King R going to live. It does look like they ended up losing a different though. Magical. Yeah, I need to cancel that before he gets too close to the Tinker. Another kill.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, Yol? Is he gonna find him?
What? Oh, okay. That was
he doesn't
close.
do enough damage. It's only a level 1 crush.
I can't believe, like, you've got both of these heroes. In a way, Slardar is almost playing like a Spirit Breaker. You find a crush over here to cancel the charge. He immediately TP's top, finds another crush. He's just everywhere, all across the map.
He's basically trying to match King R.
Yeah.
King R is everywhere, so he's trying to be everywhere too. I think it's very impressive that, well, a lot comes to how his start went. He was basically able to finish his Tranquil Boots in like 3 minutes. And this kind of allows him to actually be everywhere. And here we go, another charge mid. He drags Warlock to middle lane.
Yeah. Throws out a Shadow Word, and then we'll back out. You know, I talked about the thought of going for upheaval. In this type of game, it does not feel at all like that's going to be the case. It's just going for whatever damage they can find, and Ghost Stick did just get level 6 now, so has Roar available. They're charging in with the Spirit Breaker as well. Fervian not level 6 yet. They are going to be able to hit, but not enough damage to really do anything.
Bottom lane, Slardar is now with the Darkseer. They can easily kill the Crystal Maiden if she is out of position. Is that going to be the case here, though? Oh, what? He just missed it.
Well, they have another Ion Shell on a mag. Chappie is still really big here. If they can get into range. Not quite there to use the Frostbite. That could have been a kill. And King R was there to give a little bit of extra vision with the charge. But they're wrapping around now onto FN. He is in some trouble. Light Strike Array is there. Crush connects. Magical goes out for the March of the Machines. Rocket Laser. They connect with Yol, but not going to be able to save the Lina. They are maybe going to end up losing the Slardar. One Basher will be enough. But losing FN there twice in this laning stage definitely hurts.
Yeah, and he's been level 6 for quite some time now and still hasn't had the opportunity to use his Laguna Blade. And it really hurts to not have your Laguna Blade and kill people as soon as possible. It's such a low cooldown.
And interesting, Chappie does go back for the Midas, so still sticking with that despite this frenetic pace of the game. It seems like it's still pretty good. It's just kind of a different way than the rest of his team is playing, I guess.
I think this is perfectly fine because I think he realizes there's really no real way he's going to die in this lane. They don't have any kind of initiation for for him right now. So he's just going to farm as much as he can before they actually have the gold to beat him.
No. Mid lane, another big battle ensuing. Magical got dove on by 3. They apply Fatal Bonds on him. The Crush, Yo looking for an opening, finds King R, but I don't know if that's going to be enough. Now they're coming in with the rest of them again, wanting to try and fight this some more. It looks like Baposhka is going to die, but they take down that Warlock, and now they're going to end up losing the Spirit Breaker. Yo comes back in with Arc here as well. They're going to be able to chase, continuing the vision. Laguna Blade forward, kills off Yol, but FN to die as well. So 3 go down from both sides. PA definitely the winner in that one.
Well, that was a huge clash mid, but you know, Chappie is still free farming, and that gives a lot of space to Ghost Stick, and it's a pretty big deal if the Beastmaster is able to get a level 1 Necronomicon so early, because it pretty much allows him to solo kill the entirety of the Dire lineup apart from Darkseer, in my opinion.
Yeah. And you are going to use that probably first instance of Roar here. They thought about it at least. Arc's still in the area, so you got to be a little bit careful. As far as vision is concerned, you see that there's some decent vision around the lanes for the Radiant. Dire also has some. They're in these sort of awkward spots to hope to catch Spirit Breaker as he's charging through. And Warlock just now getting 6. They're in another nice power spike here as a Smoke Gank moves into the jungle. Will not find anybody as of yet, but now they're going to run into Yol, and this should be pretty quick and easy kill.
Wait.
I hear the deep ones.
All right.
Yeah, they were trying to find the Tinker farming the jungle, but finding a Slardar is actually not that bad either. Like, normally, you don't really want to find a support with your smoke, but Slardar is kind of an exception, because the longer you delay his Blink Dagger, the better it is for you. He's one of those supports that just do so, like, they just need that one item, and they do so much more.
Oh, and they do see Magical here. Not quite, but they spot out that he's in the area. Gets the deny. All right. Nice play there. Love to see it. And Spirit Breaker still just sitting up here, waiting to go in on somebody. Does not have level 6 yet. And is going to need to back out now that these movements come up to the high ground, and he's going to back out. So maybe is this where you start to slow down the pace of the game a little bit if you're Empire? Do you wait for Chappie to jump inside of your Spirit Breaker before you go again?
Yeah. Oh, wait. I think CM is going to get caught out here. They know CM is here.
Uh-oh. TP? Yeah. Well, he uses a Frostbite before he goes down.
But yeah, like you were saying, I think Empire just slow down for maybe like a minute or so. Let King R get level 6 before you decide on any more aggressive movements. Because I think if Spirit Breaker hits 6, then Chappie is more inclined to jump in, and then they can pretty much blow up anyone.
It feels like, I don't know, maybe the way that Empire were sort of taking this game too is trying to just run down the face of the Comanche and just constantly take fights. And it has worked in some sense, but the fact that Comanche is sticking with them, I'm wondering how this changes as Warlock ultis get up, as the like big team fight items start to get there. It doesn't feel like Empire has completely run away with this one.
Oh, not at all.
Yeah.
Top tower is under attack.
And like that's what we were saying they needed to do to close this one out pretty well. I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
Well, even with Warlock ulti, they still don't feel safe in defending this tier 1 tower, so I'm just going to give it up for now.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
In the meantime, you see them all just sticking together. Yol close to his Blink Dagger, only about, what, 800 gold away roughly? But needs to make sure he does not get blown up here in the mid lane. Completely left alone at this point, and now they are going to charge in with the ulti. The CM ulti committed as well. That's a lot of hate thrown one way, but Yol just gets the value crush, able to walk away from him. Just skittle on past, and bottom lane, there's some more battling that's going on. They're trying to take down Chappie, leaving Yol to his own devices. He gets the crush again, breaking that charge from King R. Now in some trouble, does not have Bash killed, so there's no way to stop that TP. But he just tanked 2 ultis, broke the charge, and forced to TP away.
Dire's
In the
top
meantime,
tower
Empire
has
takes a tier
fallen.
2, though.
Overall, I'd say Empire, you know, they committed 2 ultimates, and honestly, I feel like that was very lucky for Yol. From what I saw, I did not expect that Crush to connect with the Crystal Maiden, but because it did, you know, he ends up living.
Radiant's bottom tower
But they
is
do
under
end up
attack.
losing the tier 2 tower and the tier 1 tower, so that's a very worthwhile trade.
All right, let's see if he gets 2 more ultis committed onto him. I have a feeling he will. Let's see, 4 ultis, 1 kill. I think it's still... I mean, you got to get that one at least. There's a lot of hate thrown at this guy, though. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Chappie also getting a lot of hate thrown at him. Is going to try and TP away. Armlet toggles, not quite enough to keep him alive. And this will ensure the tower goes down.
Yeah, too much damage coming out of PA right now. You have double damage and the Desolator. I would say if there wasn't a double damage,
Radiant
there would be some
structures
hope
are
in toggling the way out.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
That's going to be the only way Chappie dies.
Radiant's
If
bottom
everyone is
tower
down here.
has fallen.
Right. Well, and he has his Armlet, he has his Midas. I'm still waiting for that movement from him. He stayed really stationary in the lane. It feels like maybe if he groups up with King R, you can go for some type of play. And he is actually going back right now to base, so should be able to go for a charge out with the Infest Bomb.
Radiant's
and they're
bottom
gonna
tower
do that.
is under attack.
Let's see their
I
vision.
really like
for this
these
one.
wards. Yeah, look at how aggressive their vision is.
I like how he chose Yol. Like, everybody else is showing over here to him, but he goes for that one guy. He wants to kill him off before the Blink Dagger, and he's real close. They do not spot this out as of yet. Charge comes in, and Yol going to drop.
This is really good play from Empire. I definitely agree with their choice of going for the Slardar, because I don't think there's anyone else who's going to cause them issues at the start of the mid game. Having Slardar with a blink is by far the most threatening bottom lane.
Yeah.
All according
And
to
Deso used PA, just dismantling the CM. And now also has the Morbid Mask done, so a little bit of extra damage, not to mention the lifesteal.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Is now moving towards Roshan, where Empire hoping to try and build on this lead that they've been able to take off the back of the Spirit Breaker pick. I don't know, what do you think that, like, with Darkseer finishing off his mechanism, this allows Comanche to take the fight, or do you think that it's more like they need to just defend high ground and that's pretty much it?
At this point, I feel like they just need too much. I think that the most impressive thing for me is that, you know, FN, despite his start, still has a very good timing on his Bloodstone. Ghost Stick, this is gonna go down.
Yeah.
And Ghost Stick is just so farmed with his Beastmaster. He's already got his Necro 3. It's so difficult to fight into a Beastmaster that has a Necro 3 at this point.
Well, we did see again the power of that PA damage spike. Going back now for the BKB after the Morbid Mask, so just whatever lifesteal you can get, and then afterwards going for the Magic Immunity. They're keeping it close, Comanche, in terms of the net worth and also the kills, but like you said, there's this strength of just a massive amount of gold lead that you've got. Maybe with this Warlock ulti, you start to turn things back around. We haven't seen a great one yet out of the Warlock except find a solo kill, and they will spot out the CM. Blink Dagger revealed from the Slardar. There's one dead. Maybe gonna look for more? No.
Feels
Radiant's
bad.
middle tower is
Not
under
only
attack.
did he have to die, PA threw out a dagger and killed its creep.
No.
But I wanted to mention PA's item build. This is a very strange item
middle
build
tower
considering...
is under attack.
Oh, okay, I see. So he went straight into the Vlads. I was wondering because it doesn't stack with Deso.
Okay.
I didn't see the parts coming out, but I was like, is he going to keep that? Because he had the BKB queued up immediately.
I see, yeah,
Radiant
definitely.
structures are fortified.
Yeah, that would have been pretty odd. Tinker looks like he did end up TPing back, so Spirit Breaker charging across the map. FN, Invisrun, with the Aegis in hand. And they're just going to back out now. Do not want to get picked off here. A sentry
they
ward.
know. They're trying to bait him, I think.
Okay.
He's not.
Dire scan. And FN. I mean, he's still sticking around. Gotta be careful. Ghost stick. He is walking up. They spot him out. Again, the Slardar blink, but with the rest of the team so far away, it's a hard fight to take.
I think right now the biggest issue for Comanche is just that they have to play so scared because of the Spirit Breaker that Empire is just out farming them.
Yeah.
Like, it's 10-12, but if you look at the net worth, I mean, they're starting to build up that lead. It's a pretty significant one as well.
Yeah. Well, and Darkseer is a good hero for this in terms of his ability to farm the map while staying relatively safe, but you can see even if he shows just a glimpse of himself, he's going to get charged on by King R. Are going to be able to break that charge. Now with the TP in, Yola's here as well. They don't realize there's a life stealer inside of there. Yola in some trouble. Mechanism, there's the surge away to keep him alive. The heals as well. And Infest is going to be wasted. Now Arc is there. They do have vision if they want to go into this charge to break it. Have another dagger out in a second if they want to go for it. But it's too difficult of a fight to take right now. And it looks like Comanche is going to hold the high ground.
That they do draw the attention of everyone else on the team. But at the same time, they were planning on fighting as well, so overall, nothing really happening right now. Darkseer does have the mech finish, going for a Blink Dagger next. I suppose, if anything, they're waiting for Darkseer to get the Blink Dagger, because that's when the Darkseer Sora really shines.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's true. Another crush comes out. And I guess the other thing, too, is that, like, you do need Tinker to get a bit more farm. Blink Dagger is great and all, but you'd love to be able to build into that Aghanim Scepter or possibly Dagon this game. I don't know. Do you like that choice, potentially? Is it something that might be the right way to play it, or do you think that they just need more of, like, the laser procs going everywhere?
They just need to stack up the AoE, I feel. I think, if anything, you potentially go for Yules. If not that, you can maybe go a little greedier. You can go for Lincolns even, maybe. And then if you want more AoE damage, you go for Shivas. I think Shivas is a very good item this game.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of... I mean, it sort of mitigates the attack speed bonuses of a Beastmaster. This is a nice play, though. I don't know if Empire realized that this is happening. Yol is going to lead the charge. They spot them all out. FN. Shadow Blade about to wear off. He's completely exposed right now. FN gonna get crushed, gonna get dropped. King R is off to the side now with Chappie. Fervian has already dropped his ulti though, and I mean, you can kill him off, but what is he really accomplishing for you? King R is gonna be able to TP away, but now they've killed off Chappie. So the two cores go down. FN, I don't know if he didn't realize his Shadow Blade was wearing off or what, but just got very aggressive there in the creep wave.
That was very nicely played by Comanche. You know, they just baited the Tinker, and I guess Empire were feeling themselves. They didn't respect the team fight coming out of Dire side. It didn't even use like everything. It's just, oh no, Crystal Maiden's dead.
Crush that connects. Spirit Breaker charge is worn off, and yeah, again, Maposhka not long for this world when there's PA in the game.
I feel like PA has like one-hit crit CMs every single time. I don't think it really changes anything, but it just feels bad.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh, they're going in. They know there's no Warlock ulti.
They do still have vacuum wall. Oh, there's the crush. They didn't get the wall off, but
damage?
It's not quite there. King R trying to run away, but man, Magical is starting to make these plays. They've lost already that Spirit Breaker. A nice blink away from the Beastmaster is going to keep him alive. But it's too much. They don't have enough.
Radiant's top tower is falling.
And now they jump forward again. Yo, maybe biting off more than he could chew there.
He was a little greedy. He wanted to kill off the Necro minion for that easy 200, but not so easy here.
Well, Comanche, the ones to strike back as more kills just occur across the map. Over and over again, FN continuing to delete fools. Do you think that this build from the Lina, the like Bloodstone, is still as good when you don't have that minus respawn talent? You're going instead for the damage?
Oh, I think it kind of like mitigates that, right? You use the Bloodstone. The biggest thing about Bloodstone is that it helps you farm so quickly because the mana cost it takes for Lina to farm efficiently. So I really like this build. You know, we talked about the Silver Edge as well. He's picking it up right now. Lifestealer is also getting MKB now, so PA is gonna be in a lot of danger.
Yeah, I guess that there is still this nice little window where you have BKB done on PA as the Silver Edge is being completed, but that MKB is certainly going to be a big issue, and maybe you need to start investing in some force staffs for the rest of your team to keep your buddies alive. As there's a jump forward crush. King R, he is going to die. Now they have Chappie in their sights as well as Maposhka. FN still invis. Can go for this if they want. Another blink off cooldown in a second, but they're just going to turn their sights to the tier 1 tower.
Middle tower is under attack.
Comanche keeping it up.
They're gonna need a little more though. I feel like at this rate, Empire is starting to not play as cockily. I feel they kind of slowed down. They're avoiding fights now, waiting for their core items because I think there's very little PA can do once Chappie gets his debut.
Yeah. It's true. It's a hard fight. I guess that there is still always the threat of like fatal bonds and big ultis on everybody, but yeah, they're starting to get close to hitting their stride. Yol, that was an interesting crush. I guess that he realized there was somebody in the area?
No, he was crushing the oh, look at that damage. Yeah. He was just crushing the Hawk.
Sprint? Roar? Now used onto Arc after the BKBs popped, so I guess BKB charged down, but now you're going to end up losing some Necro books.
200 gold for a 10-second charge.
Just be careful. They're still going in the area here. And Roshan is back up, and you don't have Slardar for 25. This might be an instance where they decide to buy back. God, it's so hard to take this fight without the Slardar. This is such a good timing right now by Empire to go in here and take this. But they gotta be careful. Roshan about to go down. Mag, vacuum wall, onto 2, immediately jumps in the Necro book. He's fine. They do realize that Rosh is being taken now, though, and, well, Magical just kills off the CM. So they're stopping Roshan from being taken, and now Slardar's back up. But they don't have a wall. They do have vacuum again. Crush there on a Ghost Stick. They didn't have vision. FN walks in, hits the stun, Arc dropping low. They get the Warlock ulti, interrupting the charge. Fatal bonds onto everybody. Roche is going to be picked up by King R. He gets the Aegis, but is going to die. Now Chappie dropping low, as is FN, but they haven't taken him down as of yet. Crush is now down. They have the amp damage. He's eliminated by Magical. And they might be able to take a little bit more, so they don't get the kill onto Roche. It was Radiant that took it down, and King R to get the Aegis. Great play by the Spirit Breaker.
King R used his ulti to kill Roshan. That was really neat. I thought he was trying to slow down PA, but he used it on Roshan and got the last hit.
A soldier's force.
That's pretty awesome.
And he managed to steal the Aegis as well. Oh, unfortunately, he knocked the Troll Summoner off the cliff.
Uh-oh. Well, PA... It was looking good for a moment. Roar now used with Chappie here. I don't think that Comanche mind that too much. Gold going into their favor.
200 gold. King R, is he thinking about it? He has his Shadow Blade. No ulti yet. I think yeah, they're going to give it up.
Well,
this 4CM still dying to PA. One hit.
It's definitely the rough life. For her. I mean, you look at all of these heroes, like that Slardar too, if you get Tinker on her for any extended period of time, CM is just going to evaporate. But MKB is done for Chappie.
Illusion.
You also have the Force Staff, though, for Slardar, so Yol might be able to make some plays to keep that PA alive.
Well, now that Spirit Breaker has the Shadow Blade, they can actually just go for different targets now. They don't even have to worry about the PA first if they wanted to. If Beastmaster is able to get the Hawk in a good position and give King R like Vision on Warlock to charge him first, then they can easily kill Warlock before he casts anything.
Okay. So you're still feeling like it's definitely Empire that are in the lead and more likely to come away with this one.
With the way things are currently going, yeah.
Okay.
They're just out farming Comanche right now.
You are getting close to the Boots of Travel too for Beastmaster. Any cool talents that we like? There's a lot of heroes that we don't normally see in this one. Stats, you got damage, respawn time -40 for Spirit Breaker. You could go for that over the gold per minute. Oh wait, TPing out. Tinker's there. Oh, that was the play. Good cancel of the TP by King R, and Magical's gonna die for it. Just a little bit unfortuitous.
Old King R does not have a TP.
Yeah.
Just wait it out. He can just charge top lane. He's fine.
Yeah. Maybe you ulti the courier? Can you ulti the courier? I don't think you can.
Oh no, he's getting fouled.
Oh god, Yo got him. Oh, and there it is. They break him down. Nicely done.
I don't think he expected that. But they had a feeling he was still lingering around.
Yeah. Now, Force Staff now done on Darkseer as well. So all these positioning items.
Oh, FN might get caught again.
They don't have vision. Oh, Yol anticipating it. They back out. They do see another one. Force Staff forward. Keep eyes on CM. Gone
Not
again.
Like this.
And they'll get the D ward there as well.
Yeah, for CM. CM right now is just like a big creep for PA to farm. That's what it feels like.
And it's a creep that gives a decent amount of gold too because of all the comeback potential that you have. Like still getting 278 from her. But both teams have now invested into gems. Beastmaster has the Radiant one, and we are seeing the start of the D ward game for Comanche, which is more important in this one than possibly most games because of Spirit Breaker. And yeah, it looks like Slardar gonna go over here and as well get the D ward on the high ground. So no wards on the map right now for Empire.
Looks like Tinker is gonna be working towards Sheepstick instead of anything.
Huh.
Instead of defensive items. I'm kind of interested by this choice. I guess he's just very confident in his team's ability to protect them. He's not deterred by the couple of deaths that he's gone through from the Spirit Breaker.
Yeah, I guess that with taking out the wards, they're expecting it to just be the straight-on, like 5-on-5 team fights, or Magical to be the one that comes in at the end and not getting caught off guard. But we'll see if it comes back to bite him later.
Well, to be fair, he only died 3 times, which is actually way less than I anticipated. You know, in a game like this, where you have to deal with the Spirit Breaker.
Yeah.
So he's done a good job in surviving.
Absolutely. Other big items, you have obviously those 2 Midases, so King R is going to continue to scale well into the late game. What else is there? Ghost Scepter for CM to try and stay alive. We saw that didn't really matter all that much. PA just stayed on her until she died regardless. And it looks like going back for the Abyssal Blade now has maybe another big fight happening. Comanche do a vision over here. They spot out where all of Team Empire is.
Looks like Empire have an idea of what's happening as well. They're just going to get out here.
Yeah, these Hawks giving really good vision. King R is just going to charge away now.
And everyone gets out. So it looks like Empire is just going to go for the pick off and split push game. They're just going to farm the way into victory.
Did they realize that CM is over here? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, she knows what's coming. She knows what's coming. She can't stop it. Oh, that's the accept your life moment. Oh, what? Crush?
No.
What? Oh, CM!
Oh, okay. I thought the sticker was going to come over and kill her.
All right, that's definitely that's a report for your team. Okay.
They were showing mercy.
Yeah. Well, regardless, CM finally going to get away with one.
That's pretty insane game sense. They just expect people to be hiding.
Yeah, there's no wards there or anything. It's just all intuition, I guess.
Yeah, Yol has found 2 people without wards just hiding in trees.
Yol's been the player of this game for me.
Oh yeah, definitely.
This should make my life easier.
Is pretty much what kept him in the game for the early game because like Spirit Breaker was just making life so difficult for them, but Yol was always there to save him because of his early movement and because of a good start, give him boots early.
And I don't know all the intricacies of like CIS Dota as far as the storylines and stuff go, but I do know that there is a lot of like unfriendly rivalry between the players at various points. And I don't know if these are necessarily some of them, but it feels like one of those games where there's just like, you know, you pick these super snowbally run at you lineups, you just kind of throw ultis constantly at each other, pick on the supports. It feels like one of those games where there's a bit of a grudge or a chip on somebody's shoulder.
Okay, I didn't know that. It's a good backstory to know. Oh. This P is very scary, by the way.
Yeah. She is a terror.
Little farming necros.
It's nuts, too, because you still have that MKB on the Lifestealer, but we really haven't seen... I mean, we haven't seen a team fight since he's got that picked up. It feels as if, like, both sides kind of avoiding them.
Yeah, Chappie is getting close to the AC. Probably just waiting on that. They probably reached that stage of the game where they're just like, guys, I almost have this. Guys, I almost have this. And they're just going in like a big circle. You know, everyone's getting close to items. But I feel like there's no real big item that anyone's waiting for.
There might be a smoke movement now. Let's see who they find as they move up. Crystal Maiden positioned to break this smoke. Again, to be that sacrificial lamb, although it does not look like Comanche are quite going to find him. They walk up. Spot that nobody is over by the shrine. Roche, very long respawn time. I think that they're hoping to go immediately into a Roche take after finding a pick, but no such luck.
Everyone goes back to farming.
Look at this position by the CM. She's up on the high ground where she could see the stairway if somebody were heading over and breaking the smoke, but she wouldn't get spotted. That's pretty cool.
I'm very surprised that both teams are just avoiding each other so well because, like, Tinker has a Blink Hex right now, so he could easily set up for people, and you know, Empire, they have the Shadowblade Spirit Breaker right now, so like, I'm just surprised that nothing has happened in the past like 6-7 minutes.
Yeah, I think the warding, like lack of vision, has been a problem, and I think Comanche have done a good job of playing around the Hawk. Although this all might change right now. Does look like Empire's moving towards this shrine.
Oh,
CM breaks smoke.
This is gonna be a horrible idea. Don't fight on the shrine, Empire.
I think that they realize that this could be a bad one. Although if they could blow somebody up, it's a trap that they're falling into. Ghost Stick is there, walking forward for the roar. The crush, the vacuum back, a little bit off the mark. They get the wall down though, and there's the Warlock ulti as well. Ghost Stick already gone. Chappie now dropping his will, but King R gets a 3-person charge. Magical shown up. Now they need to back. Arc chasing. Chappie is soon to die as well. Crush is connecting, and a triple kill for Arc. Great fight for Comanche, and now Roshan open. Everything that they wanted and more.
That team fight. They, like you said, they were hesitating. They knew that it wasn't going to be the greatest idea, and that moment of hesitation just led to their downfall. Oh, on bottom lane, FN getting sheep.
Oh, they've got vision. Yep, they're on top of him now. Sheep is coming out. FN controlled. Roar. Ghost Stick came back. Mag. Guardian Greaves. They want to turn this magical. He's going to drop instead. Now they turn it on to Mag. He's forced to run away. Bit off a little bit more than they could chew there.
Strange turn of events. But they are going to get Roshan. We still have that raid boss PA going on.
Well, nicely played. But Ghost Stick we talked about it a little bit earlier. The respawn time, minus 35 seconds, and then the boots of travel. Super good stuff from him at that level 15, and it allowed him to get back in and turn that fight.
So I think we've finally reached the point where Dire have basically made the plays to make themselves like in a pretty comfortable position where they don't have to worry as much about getting out farmed, because right now it's like pretty even now.
Yeah. And this is their first time having an Aegis as well. Up until this point, they haven't. Yol? Oh my god. Is he going to find him? No. A little bit off the mark. Can't always get him. But they will spot the Beastmaster as he moves up here. Them placing this Tinker Ward will give vision of the Beastmaster shortly, I believe. Yeah, there he is. Just a glimpse. Now Magical realizes it. And he's got to be careful.
Not taking any chances. Blinks halfway across the map.
No. Good decision making. Everybody else was missing off the map at that point. Look at FN setting up right here. He thought about going for it, but now realizing the rest of the heroes are in the area. In the meantime,
CM needs to get out. CM
body block?
Creep block.
Oh, that was close. Oh, wait, Yo's looking. He wants it. Crush, amp. Oh, yeah, you don't want to turn around there. Dagger? Dagger one time?
He's trying.
Oh, he wants it so bad. Phase boots. Is it going to be enough?
There's ghosts. There's ghosts. It's okay. All right.
That is...
Ark knows there's a chance.
Yeah.
One shot.
Poor CM. What is PA going for next? Oh, Lincoln Sphere. Okay.
Yep. Lincoln's is a very good item this game for numerous reasons. Roar being the major one, but it also stops Spirit Breaker charge. And potentially, if Lifestealer goes for that Abyssal Blade, I can also block that. So I really like the Lincoln's pickup.
Oh, look at this movement now, too. King R.
Oh, just gonna miss it.
Just a little bit off the mark. And Yol, he does have a gem. He realizes what's going on. Needs to be careful. There's the jump forward. They found the kill. Warlock ulti connects onto 2. Mino ghosting. He gets interrupted mid-roar. Doesn't manage to get it off. Mag dropping low here to Chappie, but able to get the surge away. Yol comes in to break it up. A triple kill for Ark. All of the spells working in perfect unison to keep their heroes alive. And they manage to control and take down Empire.
What a player Yol is. I mean, you talked about Yol being the star player this game. I mean, he just proved why. Saved the Darkseer, saved himself, and then saved the Darkseer. Like, these 4 stats coming into play. Just so good. He's pretty much making these team fights so easy for his team right now.
God, and now he has a Lotus Orb, too. I mean, everybody's working great, and, you know, we've been watching. It's hard to sort of encapsulate how positioning from a Warlock affects things, but it has worked quite well for them as well. And now they're in a position where they're sieging high ground, and Chappie's gone for another 40 seconds, so they're at least going to be able to get this one lane of Rax, I would imagine.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
This is gonna take. Yeah, I don't think there's really anything they can do. They still have the Aegis as well. Should be
oh man. FN accidentally pops the shrine. Ark gonna go back in. Gets a bash with the dagger, and I think that Comanche at this point should probably back out. Yeah, they're gonna get out of here as Lifestealer is gonna respawn. So, all in all, great series of events for Comanche, and they are firmly going to start to take a lead. Maybe could even go back and finish off the shrine if they want to here.
A soldier's fortune.
Yep. A safe play. Going for shrines. I'm not too sure how much time they have left on their Aegis. I think it should be like 2 minutes. So they can go for the shrines and then go for this last tier 2 if they wanted to, or maybe even potentially go for the bottom lane if they wanted.
I like this play to go for the immediate fight again. I'm worried that maybe it came a second too late, but it looks like they're still in position now where they can take this fight if they want. I'll charge, and Ark gonna back out now. They realized there were no wards in the area, so they had to be smoked up.
Well, they charged him. Oh, the Lincoln. I mean, the Aegis right now. He charged him, but the linkage just broke it. So,
Yeah.
you know, they just backed away.
Yeah,
They know exactly what's happening.
and they
There was
couldn't
just
have
a jump.
they couldn't have charged him if they didn't have vision from a smoke either. So, like, yeah, all in all, another smoke play now coming out from Comanche. Maybe a little bit bold since they don't have they do have Warlock ulti back up. All right, never mind. Yeah, they're ready to go. They want to party.
Yeah, and Shiva's is now done on Mag. They're like extremely strong right now.
Yo, looking for Maposhka, Force Crush, Amp, back away, trying to TP out, Sheep Stick, dead. Yeah, it's a hard life.
It's alright. It's the Crystal Maiden life. Especially against these heroes at this stage of the game. It's not an easy time to survive as a Crystal Maiden.
It's sad that CM's respawn talent is at level 20. I mean, I feel like I would rather get like a little bit better cast range and slightly lower respawn time at 15, you know? Maybe not. Maybe you just die more then.
Yeah, probably. They probably put it at 20 because they expect everyone to buy Midas. Especially Crystal Maiden.
Oh god.
Radiant's top tower
What a
is
game.
under
What
attack.
a game we're at. I mean, there's only two
Charge.
Midases.
Not gonna connect. Nothing going right for Empire right now.
Yeah, it's so hard. Like, at this point, the lineup, as you said earlier, has hit that stride where they can just do whatever they want.
Radiant's top tower.
Shiva's on Mag. You've got Dagon level 3 on Tinker. It's quite hard to get anything done.
They had a decent lead. And they were working towards like, oh, Lotus Orb. Nothing's gonna happen. I was just hoping that
Dire's bottom tower
that
is
Yol
under
would
attack.
accidentally Lotus Orb too early.
Radiant's top
Ah.
tower
That
is
Spirit
under
Breaker can
attack.
pull them out of position.
Oh, okay, I see what
Dire's
you mean.
bottom
That'd be
tower
pretty
has
good.
fallen.
Over here to the side, FN is still going for the split push game. They need to be careful, though. Crush comes forward. King R in trouble. They jump on him immediately. Actually, now Arc in a little bit of trouble. Four-step back and forward. They kill off Arc. Gotta be careful now. The charge is going to go through. They have eyes on to Warlock. He hasn't used his ulti yet. Could use it if he wants to, but it's going to be torn apart and brought down. So, a couple of misplays there.
That was a very, very big misplay. Losing your PA like that is not what you want. Especially since he was, what, 13-0? Oh, sorry, he was 18-0.
Yeah, that's a lot of gold to give away. 18-0. How much was that total?
It was just 900 because, you know, even though he's 18-0, they're still leading, so,
Right.
you know, just a casual 900 gold.
Well, it does go to Spirit Breaker, who's finished off his BKB. I don't know what you go next on Spirit Breaker, really. But suddenly...
Dire's
I
middle
think you just go for
tower
more
is under
carry
attack.
items. You kind of just transition.
Okay. Moon Shard, maybe? Who knows?
Dire's middle
Yol
tower
not able to
has
get the
fallen.
blink off, but they take down the tier 2 tower, so all tier 2's down. They have some decent vision. Empire starting to fight their way back into this after falling down, what was it, almost 7,500 net worth? They're right about even.
Can't outrun a wildfire.
Yeah, this game definitely will going the distance. Coming up to 48 minutes now. Right now, I'd say that, I don't know, I don't think I could really put anyone ahead of each other. I feel like it, like you said, it's just very even right now. Anything can happen. A lot of it comes down to the initiation because both sides
Money to burn.
have the initiation.
Right. Yeah, it's like, if it's a team fight, I feel like it give the favor to Comanche, but if it's, like, Team Empire's lineup can pick people off so much easier. And one pick-off can totally change the way this game goes.
Yeah, and especially with the item builds that they went. Like, look at FN. FN has all the items he needs.
Oh
to
my
go for
god.
any solo kill. Yeah, if he finds anyone, he can kill them by himself.
Yeah. But when you have these instances like this, with Roshan starting to go down, it just sort of necessitates a different style of play, and Comanche going to force it this time, where you're not going to find those pickoffs as easily. So Roshan going to go down, and no way with all the vision in the world that Empire can stop this. Yeah, look at all this vision they've got.
So now they have the Aegis and 2 cheeses. It's go time. This is the best situation they could ask for. They have all their cooldowns. Even if PA gets pulled out of position this time, they can easily counter-initiate.
Look at Spirit Breaker over here. They're, I guess, not sure if they wanted to try and go for a Infest play, but now Infest, it's still going to be up a little while. FN maybe going to make the pickoff happen as somebody comes back to push out the lane. That would be a pretty sneaky play if he can make it work. Or just cut the creep wave. He's going in. Yola's going to be there.
He's too afraid right now. He doesn't want to take the risk. And I definitely agree with them. No point in taking a risk right now because they can still defend the high ground. It's not going to be easy, but I think it's a better chance than you know, trying to cut the wave and delay.
Well, 8-second BKB charge is there for PA. And the other big items that we've missed. Dagon, still high level. But this is the siege that's hard to contend with.
I just really want them.
Oh, there it is. Comanche already dropping low. Arc gonna be able to walk away from that one. They dropped the Warlock ulti. Kingara jumped forward, but they didn't quite get it. Vacuum only onto one. Chappie's still alive. They take down the Golem. But already that tier 3 tower has fallen. And looks like the shrine up. The BKB has been popped for FN as well. They couldn't quite get the kill onto the PA.
They're still hanging out outside. They managed to draw out a lot of...
What? They TP'd. Everybody TP'd away. They all TP'd to try and kill the Tinker. Okay, no. He's coming back. He's coming back. They're here. They try and break it. Roar is already used. Arc going to get Lotus Orbed and Force Staffed away. Make sure that he turns his back the correct way that time. And Spirit Breaker on the other side of the map. He needs to get back here. All right, the charge has been used. He's going for it now. Jumping out, that's not quite there as of yet. CM ulti gonna come out, actually staying alive because of the Bloodstone, but finally gonna be hexed. They've already killed off the Lina. No buyback for her. They are still charging through, almost killing him off. They need a little bit more damage, but it's not there. And now King R turned upon by Yol. They have the damage, they have the right clicks, they get the badge. He is not going to be able to get taken down a second time through this Aegis, I do not believe. So PA still alive, hitting these barracks, and no buybacks for Empire. It is looking rather rough.
Yeah, and both the Mag and the PA still have the cheese. Oh, he's going in.
Yeah, Abyssal there, Chappie in trouble. One crit, can they get another? Waiting for the Rage to wear off. Actually doesn't quite manage to get it because of that Rage second duration, but they kill up regardless with Magical. Now the buyback from Chappie. Everybody backs out together. They're going to take this tower and most likely should be able to secure it. Although another glyph, this might stop him.
Wow, now that you mentioned it, I didn't even realize he took the 1 second rage duration. I don't know how I feel about that versus the 15 armor. I feel like the 15 armor would be more beneficial.
Yeah, there's just so much damage. And, I mean, particularly against, like, PA, you've got... you know, Phantom Strike, which pierces spell immunity, so you can still jump him regardless. She ended up going for the 25 agility, so even more damage from that PA. But now Empire...
I don't think you ever take that double dagger.
No?
No, it's so terrible.
Maybe you can kill CM and I don't know. I guess probably not the Spirit Breaker in one hit.
All right, one last hurrah. Can they do it?
Oh, Warlock ulti just came off cooldown. Fermion is going to dismantle them. They do jump forward, kill off that CM. Well, they've killed off the Warlock. Okay, now Yol may be in trouble. Looking like there's maybe a little bit of miscommunication. Chappie finally deciding to go for him. FN turns, fights, BKB pop. Trying to take down Arc now. Arc is low. Can they kill him off? Running away. FN still in trouble. The charge goes back through onto one. Magical shows up, takes down another. So Chappie gone for 2 minutes. King R down as well. Now Empire running away. I think that Comanche might have taken this one.
Spirit Breaker also took the respawn timer. I feel like in a game like this, the GPM might have been better, because I feel like they're just kind of lacking on damage and items at this point. There's just too much team fight to go through. They need so much to fight into that, I feel.
Yeah. And the other thing is that the heroes that have it, like Beastmaster's got a refresher, which is great, but it's not damage, you're saying. And maybe that's where FN is supposed to supplement it, but
Radiant's bottom
I don't know.
tower is under attack.
He needs a bit more, feels like.
Yeah, I agree.
So,
it feels like they have the damage, but they're just getting kited by all of this.
Oh, and look at that. Lincoln's on arc, keeping him alive.
Double Lincoln. Mag is also giving him his Lincoln.
Yeah, I mean, so you have double roar, but it's hard to make it work. There they get it. Well, Force Staff keeping him alive. Another Lincoln Spear is there, keeping him alive further. They have another roar jump forward. They get it onto 2. Warlock only to try and break it up, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Mag now possibly in some trouble. No, they're going to be able to back out again. So it looks like the jump forward, Magical starting to take over. Does have the chase. He blinks back, gets the Hex. Oh, great play by Magical, interrupting the charge before King Arc could connect. And now with both of those heroes gone, it is even harder hold for Empire.
Game goes on. I wonder if PA should just buy back here and end the game. I feel like he should. I think at the moment they catch him out, he just buys back and puts in.
Maybe they can end the game even without him, honestly. Like, Yoel's gonna jump in a second. No, doesn't end up going for it. Chappie's back. All right. Well, they're gonna save the buyback. We'll see if that ends up coming back to haunt them later.
I think they should be fine. Just playing it very, very safely. They're just gonna back up. You know, let's just wait for cooldowns. Warlock doesn't have Rock yet for another 100 seconds.
Duty.
Neither does Mag have Wall for another 20. So let's back up, play it slow. Only one more set of racks to go.
I mean, it's sort of tough though, because the other thing is like, Empire's game plan, it feels like, doesn't really change that much. Split push, fine pickoffs, and Comanche is just dealing with that so well. It comes down to them needing to find the Tinker, and that just hasn't happened.
I think it's come to the point where Lifestealer has to sell his Basher or Armlet. Probably Armlet and buy Rapier.
Yeah.
Like he's reached the point where he needs to just like 3-shot someone because he's just not doing enough damage.
It's all these Force Staffs that are just making it so hard to stick on. This is a big smoke on smoke play though. They have vision, a little bit of a vision advantage right now to the Radiant, but they shot at the CM, gonna just die in a second. Oh no, and now King R trying to jump away. They drop the ulti from CM, and that will keep everybody else alive. Maybe not. Magical jumps far forward. He ends up going down. He does have buyback, but this is just trying to escape at this point for Empire.
Everyone's running ahead.
Oh, Bash, Chappie, run away, my man. FN wants to go back in. God, for Lina having this much net worth, it just blows my mind how little she's been able to do in these fights sometimes. Like, you can see that when you get on top of somebody, it's like great, but she needs the rest of her team to like set up for it, and then she can be the damage dealer. I guess that's the thing. Like, he's the only one dealing damage, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned the fact that Team Empire, they have 3 melee. Beastmaster can't really get in. He just roars and he has to walk away.
Right.
Lifestealer is getting kited to death. Spirit Breaker just dies immediately.
This is the thing that they needed, and it looks like it's going to work almost. Force Staff's a little bit off the mark. Laguna blades herself after the BKB. Nicely done, but now the Abyssal Blade catching out FN, looking for the roar. Are going to be able to break the Lincoln Sphere, but there's going to be the Warlock ulti taking him down as well. Arc trying to run out. FN barely able to escape. King R interrupting as well. They get the heal coming out from the Bloodstone Death, but now maybe in some more trouble. Blink away. King R control. Chappie jumps back in. Wants to take him down. Roar's finally there. On to Magical. Chappie jumps out. Trying to take him down. The force steps. Keeping alive Magical. Now they've turned on to the PA. Bringing him down. They have enough damage here. Jumps forward a bit further. But there's no more control. They don't have anything else to take these guys down. Still a great team fight there for Empire. They had to buy back on Ghost Stick. But it was enough. And they kept FN alive.
I'm speechless as to how they managed to win that team fight, because Magical just played that so well. Like, between all the Lincolns and Tinker targeting the right people with the sheep stick, there was no chance that Ghost Stick was going to ever roar PA.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
But because he bought back, they ended up winning that team fight. And the rest of the team, you know, taking advantage of the fact that Tinker exhausted most of his resources trying to stop that one roar.
I mean, it's crazy how, like, effective both of these teams are playing. Like, it doesn't... I feel like sometimes in some of these qualifying matches, you have, like, the team that makes the least mistakes wins. But in this one, it's like both teams are executing their strategy properly, and it just is coming down to execution, really. And now you're getting close to... God, does Spiritbreaker go for Aghanims this game? It feels like they need more AoE team fight.
Unfortunately, Aghanims on Spiritbreaker does so little for your AoE.
Really? Okay.
Honestly, I feel like it's like one of the worst
I wanted to read
in the game. Like, in order to make it work, you would need... Oh, what?
Yes! Energy booster. Damn it. I'm so excited.
It's a Lotus Orb.
I wanted it badly.
I was like gonna say, I honestly think it's really bad. Oh, mid lane.
Ooh.
Quick fingers.
They're going in. They're trying to take this. Mag gonna get
he's all 25.
escape. Maybe, possibly. King R in trouble. They got control, keeping himself alive. They ate the cheese, and now the Shadow Blade away. Okay. Ooh, baby.
Oh man, that level 25 charge speed is insane.
Yeah, that is great. All right.
Now it's actually hard to respond to.
Any other things that we've got? Wild Axe's damage, so he's dealing 410 damage with axes for the Beastmaster. We said they needed damage.
Yeah, that's 820 if he hits both.
Bam!
That's the entire creep wave. Look at that. That's how you defend high ground, kill axes.
Dealing a good bit of damage there to Arc, forcing it back. Maybe wanted to get the BKB charge out of him, but didn't end up happening. I'm going to take back what I said earlier. I said that FN hasn't been able to do that much in these fights, but I completely take that back. He's just playing a different role than I normally see him in, and now Arc going to be forced back again. Oh, they sheep Ghost Stick is so far forward. Now they drop the Warlock ultis. More than enough damage coming out. Chappie's still alive here, though. FN also in trouble, able to get the BKB off, and now Chappie is going to drop. That's only the Aegis, though. No buyback on the Beastmaster, so they take down the Warlock ulti. Maybe they can get some more. He gets the rage off. Jump forward. King R charge speed. Very swift indeed. Blade Mail is still there. King R in trouble. Another vacuum wall down. They get the crush, but Ghost Scepter was out to keep Aposhka alive. Laguna Blade, not nearly enough damage. I just don't think that they have enough left in the tank now. With all of these heroes gone. Chappie turned upon now, the roar, the everything, it's not there to control him. They lose, FN buys back immediately. Chappie gets healed up from the Bloodstone, but he's gonna drop. Triple kill for Magical. Looking for more, he's done far too much damage in this fight, and GG is called as Comanche come away with it in game number 1.
Man, these team fights are so chaotic. There's just so many force staffs, so many Lotus Orbs, but no, the early game, Magical didn't have the greatest of starts, but once he got his items going, this guy plays an insane Tinker.
Oh, God. That was nuts. What a game.
That was a really good game.
CIS Dota, baby. That's what you come to expect out of these guys. Man, I love it. And I think that, looking forward to game number 2, it's so weird because I don't know if they go back again for the Spirit Breaker. It felt like to me, you mentioned that Empire was playing it a little bit fast and loose early. I kind of felt the same way where they just wanted to run down Comanche, say we're the better team. Odds are in our favor. I think there was like a 4-1 advantage over them, and we just want to stomp this one quickly. And Comanche's showing that they're not a team to get pushed around at all.
Yeah, definitely. And I think the Spirit Breaker pick is fine, but they just have to, like you said, they can't be so hasty with their decisions. They have to take it slowly, pick the right fights and not throw away their lead like they did in that game.
Okay. Well, we'll have to see what happens game number 2, and this is also just series number 1. A little bit later on today, we're going to be taking a look at our second game, which is going to be Vega Squadron facing off against Elements Pro Gaming, which should also be a very exciting one. Again, Lyrical and Aosin, your 2 commentators for this one. Hope you've been enjoying. We'll be back in just a little bit with game number 2.
E-Gaming Bets.